everybody. Today I'll be showing you how to make gnocchi and with a mushroom sauce. So it's going to be in two parts. I'll show you how to make gnocchi from scratch first, and then once we've done that I'll show you how to make the mushroom and cream sauce. And what you'll need for the gnocchi is pretty simple. It's just some potatoes. These ones are boiled and I'm going to rice them, so not completely mash them down, but just break them up a bit. It's cooled down, so I've done that before. Just need some eggs, and of course you just need some plain flour. And I've learnt how to make these gnocchi from my fiance's nonna, so hopefully I do her proud. So what I've got here is, depending on how many people you're cooking for, I've got about 3 potatoes, but of course potatoes are all different sizes, so I don't really measure how much flour I put in. It's all about feel, and we're always going to make sure we test our gnocchi first to make sure that it's not too soft or it's not too hard. So we'll start off with just mixing the ingredients here. So put the potatoes in, like I said before, into like a paste, but we just wanted to break it up a bit so that we can mix in our flour and our egg. So just breaking it up. Okay, so get it about kind of that consistency, and we'll do the rest with our hands. Make sure you wash your hands, get them as dry as you can. So what we'll do first is actually, we're going to put in 1 egg first. Okay. And then we'll slowly put in our flour. Now, depending on how big your potatoes are, we might need to put in another egg. So, not too much to start off with, because we need to feel it and make a dough. So slowly add in a bit more. You can see it's starting to form a dough. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in 1 egg yolk, okay? So this will make sure it's nice and creamy, the gnocchi. Now this is a step I've added myself, which I thought worked very well. So 1 egg yolk. Okay, using your hands again. So make sure if you've got any lumps of potato, just make sure they're all broken down. Okay, a bit more flour again. So you want to make sure you get not too much flour, else you get really tough gnocchi. But you want to make sure you can work with the dough. Okay, so you can see it's kind of formed a very soft dough. It's still pretty wet, but that's what we kind of wanted, so we can move it to a board and work with it a bit more. So I'm going to take it out of the bowl. You can put this on your bench or whatever, but make sure it's a nice floured surface, because we're going to work with it a little bit more. So with gnocchi, for me, I want to keep it pretty much as soft as I can. And then we just gotta kind of give it a test to see if it actually works or not. And if not, then we'll add more flour, because if you do add too much flour at the start, you can't really go back. And you never want to eat tough gnocchi, so feels about right. Okay, I'm gonna work with just bits of it, so you can see it's pretty moist inside. I'm gonna roll this into a noodle. Keep flouring it. You can see how much extra flour we're putting into this, so so you're going to cut it into your individual gnocchi. Try and keep it around the same size so they cook about the same. So we're going to just leave that for now with these individual pieces, because we want to make sure these don't dissolve. So we'll test these pieces. So I've just got the water boiling here, just a little small pot here to test our four gnocchi. So always salt it, even if it's a test. Okay, so this will determine if we need to add more flour into it. Yep. So just drop them in. So like any gnocchi, when they start to float, it should be good to go. So let's hope they don't dissolve. So you can see they're floating and they've kept their form. So looks good, nice and fluffy. Alright, so it's good to keep going with this. Turn that off. So remember, try and keep it around the same size. Now, I can't really be bothered making those fancy swirls or whatever, but this is good. Roll them in flour. Get a tray ready. I've got one here that you can just pop them on to rest while you're making the rest of it. Make sure you line a tray with flour, alright, so they don't stick to the bottom. So repeat the process. Get a long noodle. Yep, so nearly done here. This is the last one. So here you go, just keep them all in a tray, lightly floured, ready for what we're about to eat, because now we're going to work on the sauce. So we're going to go ahead